L1 the Philosopher here, aka L1NK215, aka Shizzy with the Xbox, whatever you call me. I'm here to talk to you about BELAIR, Season 2, Episode 1. Let's get into it. Now, truly, I want to have a dialogue. It's just me today, right? Normally, we have a co-host and we could break down scene for scene, but I want to talk to you. How do we feel about the development and where the direction the show is going in this Season 2 compared to Season 1 so far? All right, so the show starts, right? The show starts with Will waking up in Jazz's spot, right? Let you know that he's not home. And we end up finding how long he's not home in a couple scenes later. So you see Will, he's out there enjoying Kylie. You see he feels at home. He's walking around like he belongs, right? He feels comfortable getting breakfast. His homie come in with a little wad of cash. I think that's supposed to make us definitely believe he's doing some drug work or something like that, but kind of find out he's playing pickup games for money. That's still dangerous. But I like how they did that, right? That was solid. So he's going back to Jazz's spot to give him his breakfast. And what we find out, Jazz is praying, so we know Jazz is Muslim. I guess, right? They had to add something to his character. Sure, it is what it is. So we find out with the family. When they go to the Banks' house, how everybody misses Will. And Will has been contacting everybody but Uncle Phil. We're going to get into that a little later. So now, I think the show is really painted. The rest of the show is painted. Because Will even says to his friend he's been balling with bread, I need to see Doc, this guy who can help him get recruited to a D1 college and probably help him get into the pros. He has mad connections, right? So now we got the premise of the show. Will wants to be seen by this guy who can help him because he felt like he haven't getting the proper help since he got the BELAIR when it comes to the basketball side to be looked at by the colleges. Will relationship with everybody in the family, to Lisa, even Jazz, like how close the relationship is or how far the relationship is. They need to get closer or people he needs to step away from, right? So this first episode is all about Will and how he's going to go back home or not go back home, right? So that was solid. I'm not mad about that because it's only a 2-week span, right? The show has ended and picked up 2 weeks later, or according to Jazz, what is it? 2 weeks, 3 days, and 6 hours. Jazz been counting, man. That's how it is with somebody sleep on your couch, man. You know how long they've been sleeping on your couch. You know how long they've been like eating your cereal, cooking up all your food, wearing your socks. Brother, not the socks, Will. Not the socks. So we get a nice little cameo. A couple scenes or when it comes to little Ashley's in class. I forgot what they wrapping up class, but you find out the teacher is actually the original Ashley from BELAIR, Fresh Prince of BELAIR. So that was nice. That was crazy. But they cut that short. You know what I mean? She got a little scene with her. They sneak some stuff in here with Ashley that I think is unnecessary. When it comes to BELAIR, Ashley, not Fresh Prince. Either both, right? So the class is over. The teacher approached Ashley and says, I see you was interested or you was reading up on some Black Panther stuff. That's what I think it was said. And here's another book that showcase a lot of the women who focus more on the women who was part of the fight and everything in the Black Panther Party, right? And that wasn't all right. So that was a little weird to me. So first, all right, the agenda, keep it real. The agenda of, in my opinion, people, I don't want to get like this, but man, I am L1 the Philosopher. I have to be honest. It feels like me observing the world. They do try their best to sometimes just separate Black men and Black women when we are one, right? So the book can focus on it. It's not a problem. It's how they gave it up to the people. Hey, you've been reading about Black Panthers. Here's a book focused on basically the women in that party. So it's like, well, why not just read about the whole party? And one has actually showed any interest in the Black Panther. She's 12 years old in a Black Panther party. We haven't showcased her father talk about it. She's talk about a lot of issues on a planet currently. like a lot of issues with the earth, the rainforest, the animals, and even like the sexual origins, and the identities and stuff like that, which she talked about gender fluidness. They talked about that a little bit too. So you're just gonna throw in this Black Panther stuff. I was like, all right, come on, man. Come on, man. I prefer the Black Panther stuff. But I feel like you just throwing stuff on this 12-year-old character that is like, slow down a bit. Just let her be 12. So they actually fast forward that when you see that the teacher getting in trouble for it, for giving Ashley the book, kind of. That's the assumption supposed to be by seeing the scene, by saying she's going off the path and the things we supposed to be teaching, right? So I just want to say shout out to a solid cameo, right? Didn't see it really coming, right? You watching it, it's like a nice surprise. They do lock in on the teacher a certain way to make you go like, all right, who can this be? And so it's kind of fire. All right, now the story of the show is how Will is going to get back in with the family when he doesn't want to talk to Uncle Phil, and Uncle Phil will not apologize for his actions. And the way to do this is Ashley's birthday party is here. It's going to be on a yacht, and she just wants Will back home. So it's a reason for all the family to be in one place at one time. That was solid. That's not that bad. So they're going to use the birthday party for the connection. So Will, so far, seems like he's been talking to the whole family about Uncle Phil. He's not really comfortable, and Aunt Viv, not really comfortable talking to Uncle Phil at all. But he wants to really get this guy Doc on his radar, because he like, this guy can help me get into the colleges I need and stuff like that. So the party, you know how TV shows work. It's a drama show, right? The party happens to be the same time as Will could showcase to Doc he got skills, so he had to make a decision. So I thought this was going to work out, but TV show magic, it did. Will actually went down there. He tried to introduce himself. The guy didn't like his cockiness, didn't care for him. It was some chick there who with the dog Fluffy. I guess that was needed. Why not? Pretty girl with a aggressive dog who's not really aggressive. Why not? It worked for the scene. So Will walk up, man, introduce himself. He looked nutty, whatever. He's trying to figure out, like, how can I showcase? Well, they got an open challenge. Like, this guy is John Cena with the U.S. belt. He has an open challenge for anybody. I forgot the guy's name, but Will go up there. The guy was, like, way bigger than Will, and not supposed to be, I guess, intimidating. I do like about the scene, because I do think it helped capture a little bit of the street basketball world, the 1v1 world and everything. So it gave you that kind of feel to a certain degree. So I feel like diving into that is interesting if they really, really do that, right? So he does his thing. He balls. He impressed the guy a bit, but he say he ain't getting no new clients. Will like, all right, he runs to the party. Let's fast forward through all this. The party, we have a couple conversations. Will, the whole family loves him. A little standoffish with Uncle Phil in the beginning. And then eventually him and Uncle Phil talk. Uncle Phil let him know that as a man, you have to stand up to the decisions you made. Will, referring to like you lecturing me, he said, well, I'm talking about me, the mistakes I made, even though I believe I did the right thing. And personally, I do think Uncle Phil did the right thing too. But Will just feel betrayed. So they hug, they embrace. They embrace, as black men should. And then, like, Lisa is another part of this, right? So before the season was over, Will was just trying to apologize to Lisa. I love you. I love you. I love you. Now Will got a whole change of, okay, I love you. I dived in this too fast. No shit, Sherlock. No shit, Sherlock. You dive into this fast. Like, this stuff, I ain't gonna lie. Will, I hope this season, because he's making some bad decisions the first episode. I keep it real with y'all. I hope he don't get on Spencer level of stupidity decisions, bro. I'm saying I can see it. I can see Will start acting like Spencer, and I ain't gonna rock with it because stupid. It's stupid. Will. All right. So Will's right. He came to LA. You know what? We wrapping the show up. You know what I mean? We're gonna wrap it up. So I just want to talk to the people. Let's have a conversation. So we're just gonna say, Will gets back home with the family. He does step back with Lisa and said, we need to take some time apart for me to find out who I really am, what I need to do. If it's meant to be, it's meant to be, all that good stuff. So at the end of the episode, Will is good with the family again. Jeffrey did show up. I forgot to say that Jeffrey showed up because Will contacted them, so that led to a conversation with Uncle Phil. So that's cool to see where they're going to build their relationship further on, because at least they in communication with each other, surrounded by Will. All right. Show's over. I think the show was solid. I think for Davey, I guess the show is a 7 out of 10. I put it down to a 6. A 6 out of 10. A 6 out of 10 for the first episode. All right, so I just want to talk to the people. Let's have a conversation. Will, to me, it sounds a little idiotic. I know he's young, so you always use the excuse he's young. Will wants to meet up with Doc so he can get college looks. I'm not the greatest guy in the world, but bro, if you, they showed us how he balling in Philly. He was that guy, knocking down 30-point games right on the regular. He gets to BELAIR. They showed us the game when they was losing. Will came in, willed his team back, and hit the game winner. Now I guess since then, this man has just been averaging 17 points, and he hasn't been showcasing skill. For some reason, he's off the radar of a D1 college. Like, I'm supposed to believe this, and to the point that Will is not seeing the stupidity of him chasing this guy when his family is wealthy, better education, and it still has a chance to go to the D1 college. They just wrote that bull jive in, which is bull jive, bro. You wrote the bull, you jiving. Will Smith is now got to find somebody to help him get scholarship. So, again, this guy is going to be the villain of the season. The conflict between the family and Will. Now, I do understand when it comes to the Doc character, at least so far, right? It's the very beginning. He did eventually take on Will as one of his proteges or whatever because he sees his family is really well off. So he's going to use that against him. Will clearly has a problem with trusting the wrong people. This could be probably because Lou, his father, truly wasn't there. And because he's clinging on to any male figure, it seems like, and it's getting a little nutty. And it looked like it might hit Spencer level of decision making. Hopefully it won't, because because Spencer go too far. All right, let's talk about Will relationships with everybody else. So Will with Uncle Phil, I feel like I understood why he was upset. I think he went overboard. But I get it. When you're young, you're emotional, you don't know no better, you think you know everything. I get it. So, but they did hash it, and at the end, and I feel like their bond grew, right, more because of it. Will and Carlton is solid. It seems like their relationship is cool. First episode, you see some clips they're going to show later in the season that things get a little rocky. But right now, Will is helping Carlton understand his other side a little more, tapping more into the black culture more, without really, how Carlton really not changing who he is. So when they end up doing a little scene where Will say he should holler at the chick, and then Carlton look, we don't got no classes together, we naturally don't run into each other. Will say no more. They got to look like a little black council meeting they do for a club. Carlton went in there. They aired out Carlton saying, yo, bro, last time you came here, you got to vote. Then you did. You did on this. And Carlton held his ground. I was like, look, I ain't going to lie. I did do that. But keep it real. Y'all never show up to the meetings, the things we could use to help change the school. Y'all don't do that. Y'all just complain about why we would get fried chicken on Martin Luther King Day. Let's stop that right there. Why are we serving fried chicken to the kids on Martin Luther King Day? I mean, why? I'm asking you, BELAIR Prep, why? Not gonna tell me? No, not gonna tell me. I'm just saying because he's from the South. It is a Southern dish, but what was that his favorite food? Did he say I had a dream that the crispy chicken would be served on a day that celebrates me? I don't know if he said that. You got to do better. Okay, so Will and Ashley, solid, right? Like always. Will and Hillary, solid. Will and Jazz, solid, right? Seems like Will has hashed everything with the main family after the first episode. So they cleaned that up, right? But he just showcased, he look at Lisa, like, hey, Lisa, we dove into this too fast. If it's meant to be, it's meant to be. I'll talk to you when I talk to you. Now, this is adult, right? This is an adult. I get it. But Will, you already did too much. You strolled up there after you found out I was your cousin ex-shorty. Off limits. Off limits, bro. You start drawing. You knocked her off. You start digging in her cheeks. Now then when she found out you lied, you start running back. But I lied, yo. You was on all that. Now you're like, well, I feel like if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. But right now, I have to be. Man, you was like Donnell Jones, bro. You was like Donnell Jones. Sweet little dee. Come on, bro. Like, make up your mind. Now, I get it. You're only 3 years old. I get it. But come on, man. So, we got the drama, right? So, that's the end of the show. Again, I already told you I thought it was a 6 out of 10. I'm all over the place here because I just watched it. I got to rush to somewhere else. But let's build the community, man. Let's build the channel. Please show love, subscribe, and do all that good stuff. Let's just support, man. Support everybody. Support you. Support me. Let's support the world, and let's change these things, man. Let's have a real conversation. Let's talk. And again, I am L1 the philosopher. L1NK. Some people know me as Shizzy with Xbox. Right. I'm gonna say thank you. I can't wait to catch y'all next review. Peace out. Sweet little dee.